Hello.
Evening, guys.
Hope you're all good and you're enjoying the festival so far and have been entertained. We are going to have the other co-host, our other hosts are coming on to talk to you. Sorry, I do apologise. Very unprofessional of me. But if you could see what I could see, so would you be. So here is the lovely Jolene.
Hi.
And the ghosty posty.
Right.
All right.
Dennis. And Jess and Dave and Gary will be joining us shortly. They are just finishing their interview with Marty and Michael Parry. How are we all feeling? Okay, I'm tired. I am now drinking Coke to get my sugar levels up. He's buzzing. Literally buzzing.
I'm glad I'm under the cosh here. I'm like behind the scenes doing something ready for in the morning. So I'm excited. I was just looking at the final version.
Awesome. That's great to hear that you managed to get it sorted.
And I'm on the red wine. So cheers, everybody.
Anybody that was watching the interview that Dennis and I did with the Ghost Finders, they did a little announcement. We didn't know they were going to do it. And they're going to go back on to the feed from their interview. And the 6 highest sharers are all going to get some Ghost Finders merchandise. So we're going to get a T-shirt each. And
That's
they
so
will
nice.
be contacting you. Yeah, they'll be contacting you directly. And they will be checking the feed and doing all that themselves on their own behalf. And then sending it out to you.
Well, I've got a bit of news.
I don't know.
That's the £1,000 mark.
I know. I just
We are on £1,052. I'm absolutely amazed. I'm
I think
amazed.
it's fantastic.
Doing really well. It's gone well today. It has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Very interesting people covering a lot of different interesting topics, and I've been quite impressed with some of the different bits that were on, especially the guy with his version of the Willy Wonka chocolate factory.
Dustin Parry.
Dustin Parry. That I found that fascinating. Sat there watching that and just how it all worked out and made you think about each little individual thing. It was very interesting. I definitely like the way he did that. I did enjoy it. But then we ended up with the Ghost Finders to give us a bit of upliftment. We always end up having a good laugh with them. Great bunch of guys, you know, and never fail to put a smile on our face every time we chat to them. And hopefully they cheered a lot of people up today and, you know, lifted a bit of gloom.
Yeah. It has been, though, hasn't it? You know, today has been quite a trying day for all of us. And, you know, we're all tired. And even though we've got as much help as what we have, we are still all working in the background to carry on bringing all of this together. And, you know, it doesn't stop tonight, though, does it? We've got an amazing lineup coming through the night.
What have we done?
Tomorrow.
What are we on? 26 hours in?
Yeah. Before we go too far, though, I would like to point out we need to congratulate all the guys that we've got doing the moderating for us.
Definitely.
Because they have been on top of their game, like last night and through today as well. We really appreciate everything you're doing to help us and to help us achieve our goal and get some money for this good cause. So I'd like to say a big thank you. And let's just keep it going, guys. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much.
Yeah, they've been sharing, they've been getting rid of spammers, they've been asking questions, they've, you know, we
even replied to comments to people when they've come on saying that they've lost a loved one and stuff. It's nice to see that we're communicating with these people, not just liking their comments or putting a love heart and just leaving it. We're actually talking to the people, so that's a bonus in my eyes, you know. That's what it's all about.
It's lovely that everyone's coming together this weekend, though, as well, isn't it? You know, we're all sat at home. We're all, you know, just on our own. And it's great to have all of this that we can look forward to.
Yeah.
That's it. But it's not just about the donations either, because the one guy come on the last feed and he said he couldn't afford to donate any money, but he would share it for us. And as I put on there, you know, that's fine. The more people that share it, the more chance we've got of getting the word out there. And if we get any donations off, that's a bonus. But the main thing is also putting the word out there and spreading the word about the charity to people and just putting it fresh in people's mind.
And it's great. I've had so many inboxes from people today saying how much they're loving the festival, how much they're loving the different types of guests that we've got on as well. And I just think, you know, when we did this back in October, Karen, did you actually think that we could get any better than what we're doing?
Honestly, no.
We evolve, though, don't we?
Yeah, this is something that I was talking to the Ghost Friends about, and we were talking about their episodes actually in their show and how they've evolved. It's crazy. Since October to now, their whole show concepts is changed so much in such a short period of time. And that was something we were talking about. And this time around, we've concentrated on a whole range of people and tried to give you something different. Like Eddie was saying with Justin Parry, with that I was literally, and you all know that I cannot stop talking. For the first time ever, somebody managed to stump me. I genuinely did not know what to say to him because it was so true and meaningful and it made so much sense. I just didn't know what to say. But then I didn't have to say much because unfortunately, his electric went again because they were having storms over there. So he went into the pitch black again. So he did send us an email apologising that yet again they had another electrical storm. So he was left in the dark again, basically. And that's why he drops off the feed. But lucky enough, he said at least he was pleased that he managed to finish his presentation before he was plummeted into darkness yet again.
And that's good though, isn't it? Because you get a different perspective of what he's actually doing and what he's been interested in. And Patty Negri's saying you guys are rocking it. I'll see you in a few hours. So she's
Can't wait to see you, Patty. Looking forward to that.
Jill is one of my friends who I used to work with, and she says thank you guys. Appreciate everything. And you met Jill at the Essington Park Hotel investigation. So
wow.
Kelly said Dustin was awesome, properly made me cry.
Yeah, she said, she commented and she said that he really made her cry. It was just, I just can't put words to it. It was, I didn't know what to expect. I've never really watched a motivational talk. I have.
They are amazing. They have such
but not like him. It was very unique. That's the way I put it.
It's one of them things to make you think, though, isn't it? It's like everything that we're doing this weekend, it makes you take a step back and appreciate everything that you have.
Yes, most definitely. And, you know, for all of us, it is hard work. We are tired. We have challenged ourselves. I feel that that's what we do every time we do one of these events. Is Mr. Fields? Hello. I said I feel that every time we do one of these festivals, like you said, it evolves yet again, and it gets blooming longer every single time.
It gets harder
and harder. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hello. From
just to warn you, our internet's playing up.
That's okay. Our first one, it was 20 hours, 10 hours each day. Then the second one was supposed to be 36, and then it was 41. And this time we were like, let's bring out the big guns. Let's just go for it. Let's do 48. Why not? It's only an extra 7 hours, Joe. We can do that. Can't we, Joe? It'll be fine, Joe.
I must admit, though, it's been great having the help that we've had. So Jess, Dave, Gary, Dennis, totally appreciate you guys being on board as well.
Thank you.
Hey, we can't do it. It's a team effort, and we can't do it without each other. And just the cause has been mind blowing. As I said last night, I'm not an emotional person. With working with Spirit, I take the emotions out of stuff. I could have started crying in the first opening session, and even just talking about the topic and subject. And again, what even just like Marty and Michael have just touched on, they've helped people in the past already. Help one person, and that's what it's about.
They are such lovely
I felt that.
So lovely. They just ooze such a warmth, don't they?
Well, that's the thing. You see, they ended up having 3 hosts for their live this evening. Well, we've had our turn of interviewing them, so it was Gary's opportunity and Jess and David's opportunity to interview, which they all seem to be having a lovely time.
We were just in awe of what they were saying.
I just can't wait for that book to come out.
We had so much to ask them.
I had 4 pages.
Yeah. Pages and pages.
Jess and Dave had 2 pages as well, 2.5 pages.
Yeah, 2.5 pages.
I don't think we looked at it.
Find out.
Amazing.
They seem to cover most of it.
But they do that. They tend to do that. We do that, don't we? Yeah, we have these questions for them, and every time we never actually ever land a basket in our questions because they just tend to tell you without even asking them.
Yeah.
You're up next, aren't you, Joe, with Nick
Valenzuela from Creepypasta. I'm excited because he's not very well known in the UK, but he's doing quite a lot of stuff over in California. So that's going to be it's going to be great, I think.
And you can find him on Instagram, can't you? He uses Instagram more than he does any other platform. So you've got him, and then we've got George and Cara Shoplin. They will be on after at 11.
Fantastic.
12 o'clock is the lovely April, the New Jersey psychic housewife. She will be on, and her post said she will be doing Q&A and maybe readings. That was the post that I saw not long ago. So potentially she will be doing some readings for us as well. And then straight after April, if those weren't enough,
Barry, are you clicking the comments?
Yes.
My hands are here.
You're a bloody nightmare.
Put your hands in your pockets, Fields.
Save yourself. So then after April, you've got Patty Negri. Joe's got, and Joe's very excited. She's being a very, very busy lady behind the scenes. Might not have seen much of Joe this afternoon, but Joe has been busy editing and stuck to her laptop, even though she hasn't been on the interviews. She's still been stuck to her laptop.
I am still stuck to my laptop. My partner's sat here going, I think I'm going to dress myself up as a Mac and you might spend some time with me. But, well, he's been all right today. He's made a table, so.
Oh, yeah, you said, he was going to make you a table.
But yeah, I've been busy, and to be honest with you, it's mind-blowing. It is, because obviously being a medium, you don't sit there and think, I try not to question myself anymore, because I've got the confidence in myself, a bit like what Tessa was saying last night. You've got to have that confidence in yourself going forward. And I managed to say to myself, no, I'm not going to dismiss that. My rational brain just cut off, and it was like, no, I've seen these boats, I've seen this, and I've seen that. And what I can say is the evidence was mind-blowing. So 2 o'clock, if you're up, then please have a watch, because it's unbelievable.
Do you want to tell the guys where it is that you've been to?
Yeah, I've been to the Tivoli Theatre, which is in Buckley, which is around about 9 miles away from where I am. And we did it whilst it was all under the social distancing guidelines. So there's only 3 of us that was in the property at the time. And, you know, obviously social distancing, everything else. And honestly, when I've been reviewing the footage, I didn't realize, because obviously when you're in the moment and you're doing an investigation, you don't actually sit there and listen for the whispers. You don't listen for anything else. But I categorically tell you now, there were no children where I were. And basically, it's just phenomenal. You just have to watch it. That's all I'm going to say.
And we will do. And we can't wait to watch it.
Got me popcorn.
Yeah,
waiting.
He's got his popcorn. He's ready.
You might need to though.
I haven't got that far yet. It's on the agenda, but I'll hand over to the rest of you for the rest of the evening. I might have to find a glass. I might have to get a glass out and treat myself.
Oh yes, definitely. And you know what? Like everybody else, you know, this is a celebration. You know, the festival is a celebration for everybody. It's not just for us. And we work bloody hard to bring this to everyone. You know, Dennis, bless him, he works full time. You know, Jess and Dave, they work. Gary works. He's a key worker. You know, we all work, and it's, you know, to do something like this. I just think it's just phenomenal what we can achieve when we really put our minds to it. I've got an exclusive there as well for you. If anybody's up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, Ken Boggle, what a man. Absolutely hilarious. He has got to be the most dry psychic I have ever spoken to.
And we've also got some footage from West London Paranormal that we've put out as well. That's going to be out. They've put a video together for us, so we're going to put them. That's going to be on during the night as well. We've got, so like I said, we will not end until tomorrow night. We will be doing a 7 o'clock organisers and hosts roundup at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, so we can get final total. You can ask us any questions. We can all get together and have a glass of vino and celebrate the end of the weekend all together.
Love Ken Boggle. Do you know what, Mike? He is. I'm like that.
And there. Mike, I just want to say, Mike, let me just put this man on the screen here. Mr. Mike Archer was my saviour during the night. Unfortunately, we have to apologise. I didn't want to do it any earlier during anybody else's lives because it would have been unfair to. But we do apologise that there was no live investigation at 4 o'clock this morning. It couldn't be helped, technical issues and so on the other end, not ours.
But do you know what?
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter. We had people there and we knew exactly what we were doing. But we had some amazing investigations at, 6 o'clock. We had amazing people thereafter. We don't have to bang on about, what has been. Because this is
I just wanted to say thank you to Mike Archer, who's actually stepped in. And we had a fantastic conversation. And I actually got to have a good chat with him and actually meet him. Joe already has. We've only ever spoken by message. So Joe's already met him. Joe was mentioned in the conversation, but I leave it there. But yeah, it was. And he's Mike. I don't think Mike, have you even slept? I've seen you on every feed since last night. I think you've literally been here the whole night and day.
I think we're getting better prepared for it as well, aren't we? With all our everything to keep us going, our strong coffee and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Karen's snack bar hasn't run out.
Yeah, I haven't even started it. Actually, not really.
Hardly even touched it.
Yeah, I've not touched it. Or that I will later. It'll be the sugar rush later. The chocolate bars and everything will be coming out.
I must admit though, it is a long time, isn't it? When we look at the 48 hours and things like that, it's, you know, it is an awful long time. And, you know, people do let us down last minute and we have to put in contingency plans. But you know what? You wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that to actually think about, you know, to watch what we're doing. And I just take my hats off to all of us.
Yeah.
Very proud to be a part of it as well, Joe. There's been some amazing insights as well of conversations we've had as well. I think I've been in awe with so many people and just picking up on other stuff. I mean, that meditation earlier on, that hit me. I was just like, wow, I feel so relaxed as well, just balancing and cleansing again. I was like, right, let's go again.
And Dave Finks last night was fantastic as well. He was talking about Willow Weep and everything, and, you know, his experiences there. And, you know, I watched that and it was phenomenal. And everybody that we've had on is phenomenal in their own way.
If you actually look at that house as well, Joe, there's certain pictures from certain angles as well. You just like, it just does look the full creepy session. You know, it just does look like, could I really walk in there? Yes, I would go for it. But again, I think the experience of people that you need in and around there, he said he doesn't have any under 18s in there as well, which is quite a big statement for, you know, safety and all that as well. But there must be so much going on there on the land.
Yeah. And do you know what? I just think land is everything, isn't it? Because we don't, you know, even though buildings, we've been talking about this today, and even though buildings are built on, you know, land that's been there since forever, you know, it still can be haunted, even though if it's a new build property or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're all looking at.
It's because you were talking to Gary, and just
we got someone trying to get attention in the house.
Yeah, just as you were talking to Gary then, I just saw someone walk across there, and I'm like, not now. Don't stop this again. Not now.
But it's funny that because last night we were sat in the living room and all of a sudden we just heard this something like on the floor, and I was like, what was that? And I made some Christmas wreaths and they're just hung up in the hallway, and they were tacked in, the cinnamon sticks, they were tacked in tightly, and one of them has just worked its way loose and just ended up on the floor. So I've had experiences this weekend.
Well, I certainly remember even watching Dave's video, like when we was doing the talk last night, and I've definitely seen shadows going behind him and all that as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, we saw a white light literally beside me, but I couldn't say nothing because we were live. I didn't want to disturb the live, but it was right next to me. It's a flash of light. It's like a camera flash. We get this all the time in here, and we can't explain what it is. And I've asked Barry, and he reckons it could be maybe a spirit that's trying to connect.
Someone just trying to get your attention, let you know that they were there with you.
I reckon so.
And ever since we've been doing these lives, like, there's so many noises going on upstairs or down here.
That's why I keep looking over there, because to the left of me, I've got the staircase. And all the activity seems to happen on the staircase and upstairs. So all the noises, I'm looking that side.
But yeah, it's
Really
I
weird.
was having taps in knocks and stuff last night, and then someone's literally just walked across there a minute ago. Very odd.
It does make you laugh though, doesn't it? How they're all listening to us and all seeing what we're up to and what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We I think we've all had our own
more and more since we've done this. I guess because they're not used to seeing us sat down doing this. I guess they're probably interested.
There has been a lot of communication.
Someone just said, one of our mods just said, I would not be surprised Spirit are aware of what you're doing. Funny you should say that. Literally, after I interviewed Marty and Michael Parry, not obviously today, but previously, not so long ago, after I finished their interview, Michael said to me, I've got something to tell you. And basically, he gave me a message to give to my mum from himself, and he also said that he was aware of what we were doing, as in arranging this an event. And so to have a family member in spirit, this family member also, Rad, has never ever in 39 years come through and given a message to my mum, and she's wanted a message from him in all those 40 years. I'll be 39 years, 40 years, and he's never ever came through and given a message. All the church he's been to, medium, so on, she's never had a message. And Michael gave her a message, and he also told me that family and spirit were aware of what I was doing and my reasonings behind of actually doing it for this charity. So that was a huge thing for me a couple of weeks ago. I just couldn't believe it. It was amazing.
I've just put on there Gail's Gillian's sister, and I gave her a reading not so long ago, and she said she's experienced lighter movement over the last few weeks and she feels really peaceful. So, you know, as long as we're doing what we should be doing and bringing, you know, the lightness to the dark, then I think we're doing an amazing job.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
More positives coming in brings more positives as well.
And last total check, by the way, was 1,052.
So we're at 70% of our target. So obviously we started off with a £500 target, but we've had to move that each and every time. You know, if we can raise the £1,500, I will be so happy.
And I just want to put this out there.
Amazing.
I did see.
It's a job well done, isn't it?
The SJ Smith, Sarah, that is a regular guest on the Keep Paranormal events. She didn't know I was going to do this, but she commented on a feed earlier today, and you wouldn't have seen it, Joe, because you were busy editing. And she said, if we raise over £1,200, she's the most scared person we've ever had on an event. Ever. She won't go anywhere without having a torch on permanently. She will not switch it off unless you confiscate it, which we honestly don't do that. And she has actually put herself forward that if we raise over 1,200, she will do a lone vigil on an event with us.
In the dark.
In the dark, on her own.
Does that mean handcuffs and blindfolds then as well? No, I
don't follow that.
Method.
Yeah, but yeah, she won't go anywhere without a torch. So for her to put herself forward and say that if we raise over 1,200, she will do a lone vigil, that is a huge step forward, and that is a massive thing for her as a person. So yeah,
we could actually record that, and then we can air it. We can just to verify to people that she did it as well, which I think would be a great idea.
So yeah, get us over 700 people, please, just so we can do that to her. I mean, so she can have that experience.
So what other experiments are you going to make her do?
We'll leave them to Gary.
Best.
Yeah.
Let's get it lead away with that one.
Yeah.
And if you've only just joined us, we are also explaining as well that the Ghost Finders have actually donated 6 t-shirts of their 6 of their merch with the Ghost Finders name on, and they put that out there during their live, and they are going to choose who those winners are. They were the 6 people that shared the most whilst their interview was live. Let me just point that out. It's not go on there now and share it. It was when it was live. They were going straight on it.
You can still share it now if you want.
You can still share it now if you want. But yeah, they're going to go by the figures of when they finished the live. They were going to go straight on there and check, and they're going to give away 6 of their t-shirts as a thank you from them for supporting us and supporting this event, which I think is fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Good.
And Kieran Woodhouse has given 50% of his book profits
That's amazing.
to this event as well. But you need to inbox him if you want to purchase his book.
Doing the deal.
Penny Griffiths Morgan, I can't remember. Brain's gone blank. She offered. I'll double check with her, but she has offered something for us as well. Anyone else, Joe?
Tasha, she's offered some of her proceeds as well from the sales of her book.
Yeah.
We've just had word from Haunted Happenings as well, and Hazel, you know, she's offered a raffle prize as well. So I'm just waiting for news on that. But it's fantastic to have the support from Hazel as well. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Hazel. Appreciate that.
And with the raffle prize, Joe, do you want to elaborate on the snowflakes and let everybody know what you're talking about?
Yeah, the snowflakes were a little bit of a I stole the idea, but I'm not going to say anything about it. But it's more like an auction. However, people can see what people are bidding, and we've got quite a few bids on all of the snowflakes at the moment. But these are blind prizes, so you don't know what you're going to get. So what Karen and I are going to do, we're going to put the numbers in a hat with all the prizes, and we're just going to pick them at random, and we are going to send them to either the UK, the USA, or Canada, because we have got donations from all across the world. So I cannot thank you enough for the snowflake auction. But if you haven't already bid on any of the snowflakes, please do, because there's one prize in there that is worth an absolute fortune.
Ooh. And these are what
you haven't put your car in, have you, Joe?
My car's my baby, and you're definitely not having my number plate.
And if you've not seen the snowflakes, I just put them up in front of us. So they're the snowflakes. That's what you're looking for on the page, on our Facebook page. That's what you're looking for to place your bids.
Eddie's box, people keep saying.
Oh, Eddie's box.
Wow, there's a tale about the boxes, if anyone was listening into the Ghost Finders.
But yes, we're having a whole conversation about, let's not go there again.
What is Geobox?
Yeah, Daniel Class offered me the opportunity to touch his box and play with it. And I said, how can I refuse such an invitation?
And there's me talking about handcuffs and blindfolds, and it's like, yes.
My live show earlier this evening that I was
We're past the watershed. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday night. We're past the watershed now.
Yeah, that was after 7. But yes, so yes, he offered me his box.
Yeah, I did comment. Do I need to cover my ears and leave the room?
Also, as well, Joe, you've covered some amazing interviews there with people's personal stories as well. And again, as a father, it's just some of the stuff last night. It's just my heart's just gone out.
Oh, you know? my interview with Howard last night was just heartbreaking. Oh. You know, the first half an hour, I was literally in tears, and then the second half of the hour, it was like
hysterics.
Yeah. Hilarious. He was just, you know, we were talking about we went on the paranormal swamp talk, didn't we, Karen? And we were supposed to be up in the early hours of the morning just to talk about the festival. And then all of a sudden we were on that chat for about 2.5 hours because we were just laughing and joking. And you know, if you get a chance, go and have a look at Paranormal Swamp Talk. It's one of the most hilarious podcasts I've seen.
He's also got the Petri dish as well now, hasn't he? He's got his other show too. But he was such a lovely, lovely man, and he ripped my heart in two when I was listening to him. And then, like you say, the other half of the interview, he literally had me in hysterics, and I could not. I was like. I'm trying to.
Jenny John Hammond. She made me laugh. There was one comment. I think she said, "I've got my granny raiders on."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like, okay, thank you for the information, Jenny. But Jenny John Hammond did actually go on. He asked us to put the link on for Jessica Foundation,
Marie Petrie Foundation. That's what it's called.
And literally, as soon as we put the link on, Jenny went over and she made a donation to Howard's daughter's foundation as well. So thank you for doing that, Jenny. It was much appreciated. And thank you to anybody else that went on and did that too.
It's just, I just think everybody's personal stories anyway. Kelly's personal story just amazes me, you know, coming back from the brink of, you know, wanting to not be here anymore and then turning her life around. And do you know what? I know Kelly, and she is so smiley, so happy. She's got such a beautiful family as well. And I think the personal stories, I think, for me, it was more like a storybook, and we needed to tell that story in such a way that we documented the whole of the birth right through to now, and we can see how their lives have evolved. And I just, to be honest with you, this festival, I've probably cried so much, but it's worth it. It's so worth it.
Yeah. It really brings things home, so to speak, doesn't it, for all of us, for everyone, whether you know someone or you personally have had mental health problems, people that you know and loved.
Breathe.
It certainly hit everybody.
Karen.
I do need a glass of wine. I've been really, really good. I've held it together all day, and I thought by the end of this, on Sunday night, it's going to be another ending like the last October one, where I was just sat there crying at the end.
That was hard though. That you know, we've done 48. Well, we've done 48 hours non-stop, really, haven't we, on the last festival? And we didn't have half as much help as what we've got now, and you know, back to back constantly. And what people don't see is that
we were piggybacking, weren't we, as well? What people don't understand is we were having to. Jo was coming on a live, but then she was supposed to be on the next interview for whatever reason. So then I'd have to go and meet the guest in the studio, and then Jo would come in and take over, or I had to go and meet somebody in a studio. So then Jo would come in and finish the interview, which you might have seen last night with Penny. That happened last night. That was my organisation, just saying. It's my own fault.
I know, and you know what? It's coordination, and you've got to get it right, haven't you? And you know, the reason why we don't do an all the way straight through live stream is because, you know, we want to be able to talk to the guests before they come in. We want to make people feel at ease, and we want to be able for people to schedule the times that they want to come in. And the last thing that we want to be doing is saying, by the way, we've got to cut you off, because we shouldn't be doing that. You know, people have got things to say, and we're going to listen.
It's courtesy, and it's professionalism as well, all the way around. And there's still, you can just continue talking, even with Marty there. And
anyway, Gary.
What about Claire Barron today and talking about the Fae? That was amazing.
Yeah, that was really interesting, because that was really off the cuff. That wasn't expected. And I don't think we actually had anyone scheduled for doing that. So it was really good that she was talking about it today. So that was an extra bonus. Thank you, Claire Barron. That was really interesting.
But do you know what? That's what they say up here for thinking, down there for dancing.
It was a nice niche as well. And I think as she was talking, it was just like, got to get over to Ireland. Got to get over to Ireland. I need to go to Ireland.
I think it's I think it's going to be one of those places that we all want to visit, to be perfectly honest. But we need to go with Barry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, definitely, especially after what she was telling us today, even more so. But yeah, we're gonna have to go on tour. That's it. It's still happening. We keep saying it.
Next summer, keep on tour. 2 weeks, America.
He's just putting that out there. He's decided today, basically.
Yeah. Positive thinking. That's what we've got to aim for.
Mr. Class has invited us all over again for to go to the Hinsdale house.
Aww.
And obviously, because Jo's dreamed about it, she's got to go, because it means that she's being called to go. Because if anybody that has visions or dreams about the house, he said it's because the house is calling to you. And he just reiterated that today. So I was like, oh, well, if we have to come, then we will. You know, such a chore. But we'll come and visit. I did tell him I wasn't going to leave, though, But then the accommodation he offered me wasn't great, so I think I will leave after
Yeah,
all.
the flight package was good. You got offered.
Like in the cargo.
I'm guessing that's where Eddie put you, hey?
Funny enough, yes. Eddie put me in the cargo, and Dan was basically putting me outside, wasn't he?
I wanted to save a bit of money to put towards a charity, so something had to
No.
It's funny, isn't it? You know, we laugh and we joke about stuff, but you know, it is going to be one of those years next year, I think, with COVID doing one, hopefully at the end of this year, probably this year. But we've got
hopefully we can drag everyone else back out the shadows with big
to
smile.
look forward to.
We have. We were also discussing Bosworth as well with Dan and with Rob, and how they're looking forward to it and how excited they are to be coming over. And
it's going to be so much fun with them and the raft chasers as well.
Can you give us some more information out there for the people?
Anyone that is coming to Bosworth, seriously, you're in for a treat that weekend. It's going to be fun.
Do you know what? Let's have a little bit of a cheery moment, shall we? I'm looking to see. Joe's just laughing at me and thinking, what is she going to do now?
I thought he was getting the drink out. Oh.
I wasn't going to drink out. I was looking. Oh, it's not there. I was looking for something that's not on the screen. I was going to play.
But the Bosworth event is going to be phenomenal. It's the weekend of is it the 15th of September? No, it's the weekend after. I don't even know what day it is.
It's the 17th to the 19th, and Eddie's birthday's on the 20th.
Okay.
So it's not Bosworth 21, it's Eddie's birthday 2021. Eddie's birthday bonanza.
So
Eddie's birthday's in there then.
Yeah, of 2021 is Festival of the Unexplained Bosworth. Now, this is a 3-day event, which we have some amazing speakers, Dan Class and Rob Thompson. We have Patty Negri. We have 3 of the raft chasers. We have the beautiful Miranda Young, who's on tomorrow. We have Penny Griffiths Morgan. We have Stephen Mercer. We have, who else have we got? I should know this.
We have got Rob Thompson, Dan Class.
We've
got Mike, Brannon, and Chris from the Raft Chasers. We got Sarah and Phil Wyman.
Miranda Young.
Yeah, she said Miranda Young. Patty Negri.
Yeah.
We've got Robert and the Crows later on this evening, early hours.
We're on about Bosworth.
Sorry, Dad.
Dad, have you took your dementia tablet again today?
Oh, Gary. Yes, we got Sarah and Phil Wyman from Are You Haunted, Patty Negri, Penny, Stephen Mercer, so the Raft Chasers, 2 of the Ghost Finders, and that's it because I'm not telling you anything else.
More to announce, so haven't we? We've got, more coming up.
Got more secrets. Actually, shall we play them a video of the for the Bosworth? Might as well while we're here.
Yes.
glitch in the system then.
I know. I went, oh, what happened there?
And gremlins are coming back.
Yeah,
Do you know what,
earlier.
Do you remember when we dropped that video and, you know, how poignant it was after the last event that we did? And we were like, we're so excited.
Yeah. Do you know what? We sat there reeling off all the guests. We could have just played the video and it would have just told them who the guests were.
That one.
No.
But we'll have to upload it so that we can play it.
That's all right. I've just uploaded that one today. Literally. I'm good like that.
You are good.
But then, actually, can we just give a shout out to our Jojo? Jolene to you, our Jojo.
No, tell them what you call me.
The girl.
Jojo Chanel.
The girl.
I love my nickname. I love it. Jojo Chanel. Love it.
Jojo Chanel, because she's one top class bird.
Won't go that far.
One top class bird. I do come up with some random stuff. But no, seriously, I want to give a shout out to Joe, because all these videos that you see, what you don't know is that all of these videos that you've seen leading up to the event, all the videos you see during the event for advertising purpose and so on, have actually been created by Jo. She has made all these videos. So she's the one that makes us cry every time we play a video at the end of a...
I'm sorry.
But in a good way. In a good way. But yeah, it's Jo that makes the videos for us. So if you wondered who our video maker was, it is Jolie, and she, you know, she puts her heart and soul into it, especially the stories and the time it has taken her to create those with everyone. And, you know, and it's not just the editing side and the video stuff, it's the time sitting with those people and talking to them before their story, during their story, and after. You know, in staying in contact with these people.
Stop it, you'll make me cry.
I was just thinking exactly that.
But yeah, we just want to be honest. I absolutely love it. It's a pleasure. And you know, I don't profess myself to be a filmmaker or a video editor or anything like that. So, you know, the stuff that I try and do is I do put my heart and soul into it, because I believe that it should be, you know, it should be hard hitting, especially this topic that we're doing, you know, the drinking, in the bottle, you know, everything that depicts suicide and what we've done, you know, the amount of people that said to me that this is hard hitting, but the smiley face at the end of it just says it all. You know, there is light at the end of that tunnel. And like I always say, together we can all make a difference.
And it's true.
I mean, even like back today, seeing our Rachel on there at 10 o'clock this morning, things like that. And I'm like, you put me in between all these two super people, and I'm like, just run with it. And I was just like, it's just so nice to see people just taking part. Yeah.
Rachel's lovely though, and I've known Rachel for nearly 2 years now, and you know, she's got a heart of gold, and she's like my Wakefield Elvira.
She keeps me in check as well.
I bet, yeah, you're passionate.
Everyone keeps you in check. We all keep you in check. We have to.
Oh, Jill, I'm not a top. Thank you, Jill. That means a lot. It means an awful lot.
But yeah, like I said, we just want to say thank you to all of you supporting us so far. It's very much appreciated. The whole point of doing this hour was not to talk about us or anything like that. It was to have a catch up with all of you. Let us know who you've enjoyed watching so far, who you're looking forward to seeing later on. Yeah, and basically it was just a roundup for how much we've raised so far.
Guys, I'm going to have to go. I'm going to love you and leave you, because I need to go and see Nick. So I'm going to love you and leave you. So keep watching, guys. Love you. Yeah. Bye.
Bye, Joe.
Bye,
Joe. I literally just about to say, Joe, goodbye, because she needs to go. But Yeah, how have you enjoyed this weekend, Jess and David? Because you're new
It's
to
been
all of this,
fantastic.
and I keep
Yeah,
throwing in
it's-
the deep end with lots
I
of
know you
things.
do. You do.
It's been
but
amazing. It
it's-
has been amazing.
It's been brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
The support as well, like
It's-
from the viewers.
The support and the whole confidence as well is growing. And we got you to thank for that.
Yeah, you got
And-
yourself to thank for that. You put the work in, not me. I gave you the platform and you worked it.
And give
Thank you.
yourself
Thank you.
credit as well. Give yourselves a tap on the back as well, because your confidence, your self-esteem, esteem. It's all about bringing them and raising them, and you've certainly done that at the last day or so. You know what I mean? You're coming on leaps and bounds. And well done to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah, that means a lot. Thank you.
You know, you've
It's
come
really,
from.
it's been a really difficult thing to do because it has been one of the hardest things in our life that we've ever done. And it's really not easy sitting in front of a camera, just having general chit chat. I find it's quite difficult. It takes a little while to get used to, but I think we're slowly
Get in there.
we're getting there.
We're getting the camera.
I look at it as well. It's like when we go out on the investigations, it's like being in our own little hub. You know what I mean? Having the catch up, the coffee in the break time, and then you're just talking through as you're going through the interviews and that as well. It's just a massive bonus, and it's nice to give back. And we do look after each other, and that's the paranormal community. It's just mind blowing.
Like a
Like I
family,
said,
like Karen said.
Yeah, like I said, it's you that put the work in. Like I said, we're giving you the option to come on board, help us out. And I wasn't sure which way it was going to go when I asked you. I could be perfectly honest, because you were very new to lives and things like that. And I said, oh, yeah, I will be there. I will support you all the way. I will do the interviews with you, your first few interviews. I completely lied to them. I did like the first.
That's true.
I did. I lied to them on purpose, because I knew
There's
they
only
wouldn't
one
do it
way.
otherwise.
There's only one way. Chuck you in at the deep end and deal with it.
Yeah. So yeah, I completely lied to them and said to them, "I'll come on all the interviews with you for the first month, just to help you guys out in bit of moral support and everything else."
You need a nice nudge in the right direction, and that's what you've done.
Yeah.
Well, I gave them a push, really. I did the first one with them, and I went, "Guess what? Next week you're on your own," and that was that.
I was like, really? Are you sure?
Yeah, you'll smash it. You'll be
amazing. It just makes us feel part of you guys and part of the team. It's
been an absolute
the best thing ever, and the best for our confidence.
Teamwork.
No, Karen, you've been here the whole time. Yeah, I'm really sorry, but I'm just always here. I just never go away. I'm not gonna lie. You see, unfortunately for you, you can switch off. You can't switch off. It's never switches off. There isn't an off button. So you're very lucky. If you get sick of my voice, you can just mute me. So I'm just putting that out there. If you are fed up of this face and this voice, at least you can turn me off and walk away and not have to listen to me. Who are you guys looking forward to interviewing later on this evening anyway?
Patty Negri, definitely.
Negri.
Stephen Williams, obviously tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be a good one to chat to. Definitely. And the Eye of Haunted team.
Yeah, it's
going to be a good chat.
A really good one, because I've talked to Phil before, previously, not actually one-to-one, but over like the internet, things like that, Messenger. I've talked to him previously. He seems a really nice guy, so I'm looking forward to that.
Really? I bet that's our dentist. Eddie, where's the tape to mute?
Don't think out me van.
What about you, Gary? You've got April later, haven't you?
Yeah, certainly looking forward to catching up with April as well. And again, it's not as much as notes and doing any research on people with when the mediums or they read for people and all that. It just flows with medium to medium. It just seems to flow. So when you've got guests, and it's nice to do, just see what they're about and all that, and you're having a little look into what they've been working on and projects and stuff like that. So when you're working with a medium, it just seems to be in the power, and it just flows as well. So that's always nice as well. So again, I just love working with like-minded people, and it's just amazing. I think everybody's ticked the boxes all the way around.
Yeah, and for me today, don't get me wrong, I love everyone, but I was very humbled, I'm going to use the word humbled today, to actually interview Gwen Akora. That was such...
That was good.
Well, I can't even begin to put it into words. That was just amazing. It was so lovely. Like I said to her when we were chatting before coming on, and I said to her, it's lovely to meet you. I said, the lady, the force behind the man is what I said. And she said, I don't know. I said, yeah. I said, you are, the force behind the man. I said, and I feel very grateful, I said, to be able to interview you today, to chat to you, and to find out things about Derek that we wouldn't find out otherwise.
Certainly a gentleman to work with as well, can vouch for that. And it's nice to touch base with Gwen to see how she's doing. It's never a good time anytime, but it's nice to touch base and see how she's doing up to current date.
And it was also good to have my friend Craig Morris on last night to talk about spiritualist churches and give people an insight to that side of things. That was really good from my point of view. And I think there'll be a lot of people seeking out churches now, which is fantastic. And they've got more of an understanding the difference between going to mass and going to a spiritualist church. They are very different. Just going to go to the comments, guys. We are going to shoot off in a minute because we've got Jojo Chanel coming on with Nick from Creepypasta. We have got one of the mods said we have to stay positive and do positive actions. We've also got Mike Archer said also need to get an updated passport. I think he's talking about Bosworth 2021.
Yes, you need to sort that out, Mike.
Yeah, it'd be lovely to meet you in person. Where we are family. I had wonderful people. The guys aren't putting their names at the end, so I don't know who's writing what this time. We've got some fantastic, like we were saying earlier. We have been very fortunate that we've got a whole team of moderators. That's why there's so many comments from Festival of the Explain on all of the feeds, because we've got a whole army. I think their internet just dipped out. We've got a whole army of moderators behind the scenes that are getting rid of scammers and just making sure everything flows. Like Eddie was saying, answering people's questions or answering people that are commenting, so if we do miss a comment, because in full force conversation, Gary feels, that our moderators are replying to these people and they are getting a response from us still. But yeah, it's just amazing. Matt Wood says Gwen was such a lovely person. Yeah. Dennis, if it's a nice comment, it's from him apparently. That's what he's just told me. So
that's only because West Brom won today.
Oh, that's not the don't you dirty my screen. So guys, I'm going to play you one of our calm videos. Yeah, Mike Archer said working on the passport and less scammers this time around. So thank you, moderators. So you'll know that we've had some fantastic moderators this time around, and thank you all. Thank you to Joe, to Ed for putting up with me, and well, having to suffer day in, day out, 24/7. To Jess and David for taking part. Agatha, Kieran will be back tomorrow. He couldn't join us this evening, but he will be back tomorrow doing a presentation. And Den will be back later on this evening. So I'm just going to play you the video and then I'm going to go so you can then go and see Jo as she chats to Nick.
Keep pushing forwards.
Thank you.
Thank you.